Welcome to the fourth video of the new short series where I make fun of your loved ships. You still don't want to be here? Did someone else click on this video? Well, you better man up and just watch this, because now we're gonna talk about some battleships in EVE look graceful, some looks ferocious. And then there is the Rokh, a ship that looks like someone asked, what if we turn this financial district into a spaceship? This towering rectangular monstrosity doesn't care about elegance, it doesn't care about speed, it doesn't even care if you like how it looks. The Rokh exists for one reason, and that is to sit at a place and erase targets from a hilariously long distance. It's less of a ship and more of a giant floating gun with corporate energy. If the Caracal is a flying gun, then the Rokh is an entire office building with railguns mounted on the side. So let's talk about why this space obelisk looks the way it does. The first thing that you notice about the Rokh is that it's massively rectangular. The front is flat, the sides are flat, the back is also flat because Caldari engineers do not believe in curves. If you took a city block, added thrusters and gave it a bad attitude, you would have the Rokh. The ship looks less like it was built for space combat and more like it was supposed to be a corporate headquarters that someone accidentally launched into orbit. It does not look aerodynamic, it does not look fast, it barely even looks like it's meant to move. And that is because it doesn't need to. The Rokh isn't a ship that moves towards the fight, it's a ship that turns space into a sniping competition and wins every time. Most battleships have some kind of distinguishing front end, a prow, a pointy nose, something to give them a character. Not the Rokh. The Rokh's front end is a featureless slab of armor, just like the Hyperion. It's like someone took a battleship blueprint, erased all the unnecessary details, and just wrote BIG in capital letters. There's no elegant curvature, there's no intimidating maw of weaponry, there's only a sheer vertical face of disappointment. The front of the Rokh does not suggest agility, it does not suggest subtlety. It suggests, I will sit here and delete you from existence. If you zoom in on the Rokh's armor plating, you will notice something. It looks unnecessarily heavy. The plates are thick, reinforced and bolted on like they're meant to survive a nuclear winter. There's no delicate details, no unnecessary decorative features, just slabs of metal stacked on top of each other like it was preparing for an asteroid impact. The hull looked like it was built by an overcautious Caldari engineer who kept muttering, "More armor!" It's not sleek, it's not pretty. It's a moving fortress that looks like it was built to withstand a siege, even if the siege never comes. Let's talk about the real reason anyone flies the Rokh. The Rokh doesn't use the turrets. It wears them like a champion's belt. It has 8 of the biggest, meanest railgun mounts that you have ever seen. They stick out of the ship like exposed muscle fibers because the Rokh doesn't care about looking pretty, it cares about hitting you from across the system. The sheer length of the barrel makes it clear. I'm going to hit you before you even realize I'm here. The Rokh is not about getting into close range dogfights. The Rokh is about planting itself on one spot and turning the battlefield into a long-range horror show. If you see a Rokh 900 kilometers away, congratulations, you have already lost. If you look at the back of the Rokh, you see something hilarious. Tiny engines. Dude, this is not the first ship with tiny engines. The thrusters are really small compared to the rest of the hull, as if the engineers gave up halfway through the design of the propulsion system. It is so slow. It practically moves out of sheer obligation rather than desire. If the ship had a personality, it would sigh loudly before every warp, muttering, "Fine, I'll move, but I'm not happy about it." The Rokh is not built for speed, it's built for standing still and making you regret your life choices. If you ever see a Rokh trying to chase you down, relax, it will not catch you. But that doesn't even matter, because you're already in range of its guns. At this point you might be wondering, why did the Caldari design a ship like this? And the answer is, because they don't believe in fun. The Rohk is not here to look cool. The Rohk is not here to perform sick space maneuvers. The Rohk is here to sit at an extreme range, absorb damage like a champion, and hit you so hard that your ancestors feel it. It is a Caldari philosophy lesson in a battleship form. It's a flying sniper nest that does not care about your feelings. The Rohk doesn't need to win a beauty contest. It already won the range war before you even undocked. The Rohk is not here to be admired. The Rohk is here to sit in one place and erase people from the map. It is the most confident Caldari ship ever built. Massive, tanky, overgunned, and slower than a bureaucratic meeting. If the Cinnabon was a space hot rod, the Rohk is a reinforced city block that someone strapped railguns to. It will not chase you. It will not dance around in battles. It will lock onto you from absurd range, fire 8 railguns, and let Concorde sort out the wreckage. Long live the flying office building of death. And that, my friends, makes it one of the ugliest ships in EVE. Like the video if you want more, subscribe, or I will stop making these videos. And I see you guys again